Bryan Swanson from Complete Animal Removal.
Amy, I wanted to bring Bryan on because his job is very interesting, where he goes under houses if there are animals. I did an episode of Breaking Bobby Bones with him.
Yeah, I recognized him.
Yeah, and so I just think it's interesting, especially when it gets colder, because animals are looking for warm places under houses. And we had to catch a skunk. We had to catch, a bat. Bryan, welcome to the show. Bryan, we have to go get a bat at one point?
We not a bat. We didn't see any bats. We saw some evidence of past bats, but we saw possums, we saw skunks, squirrels, flying squirrels. You got to see quite a bit.
This is every day for this dude, right? And so let me ask you this, because I had a listener write in and go, hey, I think we have an animal trapped in our wall. So this has to happen to you a bunch, right? Where someone's like, hey, we got something in the wall. How long can something actually live in the wall before it dies and stinks up the place?
It depends on what it is. Sometimes they fall down there, get stuck, and they die after a few days. But sometimes they actually can climb up and down and make a nest in there and actually live in it.
At one point, I heard something in a wall going, like it felt like something was living in my wall. Turns out it was one of the rats that I had. I had some hairless rats for a while.
Oh, wow.
And they had disappeared. And they were, I think, living in the wall. But you know what? I moved out of the apartment. Never called Bryan. Never even addressed it. I just never had those hairless rats again.
Oh, no.
I'm out.
One of them, I think we gave one to a listener, too. Because I had one of them, right? I gave one to a listener and one, I think, died on a wall. You ever go and see any of these animals and they are so aggressive that you're like,
Oh, yeah.
ooh, I need to, not actually approach them, but like lure them out with like cheese or something?
Well, yeah, raccoons you don't want to just go up and, grab right away. I mean, they can be pretty aggressive, especially if they're protecting babies, which, baby season's around the corner, and that's when they get real mean.
You ever been bitten hard by anything?
I've been bit by some possums, bit by a Burmese python. That was pretty bad.
Whoa.
Did you not see that one coming?
Well, yeah, it was an interesting scenario, but it ended up getting all four of my fingers in its mouth and clamping down, wouldn't let go. It was pretty bad.
So did someone call and go, we have a snake in our house, will you come and get it? Or were you looking for something else and you came across the snake?
Oh, no, that one was for the snake, yes. They definitely knew they had that there. It was probably someone's pet at the time, but it was an apartment complex, so it got loose. It was behind their dryer.
You ever have like a bear in a house?
I did do a bear removal one time. It was like 2:00 in the morning. Sweet lady called me. She's like, I heard something in my bedroom. Thought it was my cat. She went in her kitchen. Cat was in the kitchen, so she freaked out. Shut her bedroom door. I come out, and I open the door and I hear it. It goes, "Her." I'm like, all right. Not thinking bear at all. I'm thinking raccoon at this point. So I'm looking for a raccoon. I'm looking up and down. I don't see anything. I searched for like an hour. I finally found it. It was this stuffed teddy bear with the batteries dying, going, "Urgh."
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, it wasn't even a real bear. It was literally a stuffed teddy. Okay.
It was a stuffed teddy bear at 2 a.m. Yes.
But you got called for a stuffed teddy bear.
I did, yes.
And then what do you charge her for a stuffed teddy bear call?
I felt bad for her. I didn't end up charging or anything. But
Wow.
What about skunks? You ever been sprayed by a skunk up close?
I have, yes. Actually, so on Sundays I do all the animal and trap calls, and back in the day my wife was 8 months pregnant. We were at church, got a call for a skunk in a trap with a baby in the trap with her and 3 babies outside of the trap. So we go out to the site. I grab the babies real quick before they sneak under the house. They were at that age where they probably couldn't spray, or could, possibly not. But I couldn't tell because she had already sprayed in the trap. I get back in the truck, and my wife, who's 8 months pregnant, says, "You got sprayed." And she had to ride home with me the entire 34-minute drive back home where I could shower. But yeah, no.
Were you able to get the skunk smell off in a single shower?
No, you got to use quite a few different products to get it off. Yeah.
How do people keep these animals from getting in their house or under their house?
That's a good question. So really looking for any type of vulnerabilities of the home. If there's gaps in your roof returns on the roof, if there's holes under your AC unit that they can crawl under, that's it. Check out your ground vents. There's a lot of ground vents or foundation vents that come with pre-manufactured bug screen, and the animals just bust right through them. So you can look for holes and stuff. So, and that's something we do is, we also do preventative maintenance. We don't want everyone to call us that has animals, but sometimes, it's good to have us come out and prevent them from ever getting those animals.
Have you ever met an animal and then kept it as a pet and been like, I know I was supposed to come and get you, little guy, but you're going to be my little buddy and your name is Charles? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of educational shows, like go to Earth Day for kids at school. So I would keep a lot of snakes on hand. All safe things that kids can pet and stuff. So, but yeah, no, most of the wildlife we don't keep.
Hey, Mike, you have a question for Bryan? Because I know you're having an issue at your house right now.
Yeah, I've been hearing something in my wall, and it sounds like maybe they're like building a nest or something. What's the most likely thing it could be?
Well, what time of day or night are you hearing that?
It's at night, like at 7 p.m. at night.
Gotcha. Could be mice. Is it light, or is it really thumping and heavy?
It's pretty light.
Pretty light.
And she's yelling,
Probably
help me,
mice.
help me.
It's his wife.
Could be mice. Could be flying squirrels, but probably one of those two.
Can I get it out of there?
Oh, yeah. Give us a call. We'll come out.
Okay.
Amy, you have any questions for Bryan?
Well, if like a squirrel were to come into your home, could you keep it as a pet?
Well, we're not actually allowed to, so you have to have permits to the state.
Oh.
And yeah, you can't actually. They're cute, you can get your rehabber's license and go that route, but you can't actually keep a pet squirrel.
So you get a squirrel rehabber license,
Yeah.
and then I can rehab all kinds of animals in my house?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
There she
Yeah,
goes.
bad Dr. Doodle impression here. Eddie, anything for Bryan Swanson of Complete Animal Removal?
Yeah, Bryan, just a little bit of etiquette. I didn't grow up with moles, but now here in Tennessee, we have lots of moles in our yards.
Like the animal?
Yeah.
Moles.
Not like the ones I have on my back.
No, like the animal. And they sell these things where like you put a stake in the ground and it vibrates. It goes, and basically it's supposed to just make the moles go to different yards, not yours. Is that okay? Or would you rather just call you and just get rid of them?
Yeah, I've found a lot of people call us after they've already put those in, and they don't tend to work. I don't know for sure, but so far I've not had anybody tell me that they've actually worked.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Because they sell these explosives too. I don't really want to do all
Oh, do
that.
that. No, yes.
No.
Why are you even asking? That's a question. Yes, explode.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Explode. Lunchbox.
Yeah, if I got a possum in my basement, can I catch him on my own, or should I leave that to you guys?
Oh no, leave that to us. You don't mess with that.
Are possums generally mean?
They look mean. They look scary. They'll show you their teeth, but they're not very aggressive.
But he
at
said he got bit by one.
I think
All 4
anything
fingers.
being cornered, though, is going to probably be aggressive.
Point.
I mean, my little kitten does that. She bites.
I mean, Ray does that.
Yeah.
Don't put the guy in a corner. Morgan, you're a first-time homeowner. What kind of issues have you been having at your house?
Well, it's more of a question, and maybe it's a little morbid, but when you guys catch them, do you release them somewhere else? What happens to the animals after you catch them?
Yeah, we pride ourselves in being a very humane company. We do all live capture and relocation, and even the animals we're supposed to euthanize, we found ways to not have to do that and just get them out of the homes without letting them get back in.
Oh, that's good to know.
Okay, Bryan Swanson of Complete Animal Removal. You guys can check out animalremoved.com, and it's also skunk mating season. So
Right now?
I apparently.
It is. Yeah, people have had skunks on their crawl space all year round. They don't even know until this time of year when they start spraying under there.
But why is a skunk bad? Except for the spray. Like, why would it be bad to have a skunk?
Well, they leave a lot of feces and urine in the
Who doesn't, right?
inflation and
We all do.
yeah. And they come with diseases and health issues can arise from that. So yeah, it's not good to have them in there. Plus, they tear up your ductwork. I've found them in people's ductwork before, and that's never a good scenario.
Final question. What animal is actually quite friendly but gets a bad rap?
Well, I would say possums, actually. They're like I said, they look aggressive, they look scary. No one likes them, but they're not that bad.
Just like Ray. I mean, it's the same thing. All this stuff keeps coming back to Ray. It looks aggressive, but not that bad. Right, Ray?
For sure.
Hey, having an apartment, you don't have to deal with this stuff, do you?
Well, we had an armadillo actually crawl to the 4th floor of our apartment, and I just told my wife, I said, oh, they don't do anything. They're not harmful at all. Can an armadillo hurt you?
I mean, the likelihood is very slim, but they do carry the bacteria that cause leprosy. So, yeah, don't want to get scratched by one or eat one.
Is that a real disease anymore? Leprosy, like the people just get?
You can technically get it from them. Yes, it's not common, but yeah. Again, don't go eating them, and you'll be fine.
Amy, why do you look so confused?
I don't know, because I'm like, yeah. I mean,
Did you think you had leprosy? And you're like, yeah, no, you can.
No.
She ate an armadillo yesterday.
No, but it's just interesting to think about.
Armadillos jump up. We used to drive in Arkansas. You'd see one, and you got to swerve. Don't run over it because it will jump.
Really?
Is that true, Brian? I've been saying this for years. Is that true?
They jump real high.
Wow.
Yeah. Boom.
In fact, the reason you see them as roadkill all the time is because they jump when they get scared. If they stood still, the cars run right over them as long as they weren't in the tire path. But they jump every time and get smacked.
Oh.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well, they were going to get hit anyway.
Not if they're not in the tire space. Like a car could roll right over them.
The shells are usually tall enough to catch the bottom of that car. And once I drove over it and my car got leprosy. It was the dangest thing. All right. Hey, Brian, thank you for the time. Appreciate the info, and I hope you have a great day.
Anytime. You too.
All right. There he is. Bryan Swanson, who will teach you about animals, remove an animal if he lives where you are, and take care of it.
It's a Bobby Bones Show.